I've been trading for 2.5 years now, and I've generated thousands of dollars in payouts. And right now, just this week, the trades that I've taken, I am now risking more than I ever have before. I'm risking over $1,000 per trade, and it's really shifting the way I trade in a positive and exposing me to serious danger. If I lose a trade, I lost over $1,000. This is now playing with real money, real opportunity, and I could lose $1,000 plus in minutes. It's drastically changed the psychology. When I traded a long time ago, not even a long time ago, months, 6 months, a year ago, I was risking smaller size because that's what I was told to do. That's what made sense to do at the time. You're developing your edge and you're growing and you're trying to figure out what works and how you can make money throughout the week. Taking one trade per day and being selective about your entries and trying to figure out your discretionary edge and when to play, when to just refine your rules and develop your skill as a trader. The only issue in that is one of the biggest reasons to become profitable is you need to separate yourself from the desire for money. And that's a very difficult thing to do. And if you don't do that, you're in a lot of trouble and you can lose a lot of money. And that's one of the things I faced when I was risking smaller amounts because I would risk $200 and maybe I'd win the trade and I'd make 200 or I'd make 400. But 400 on the week didn't feel like much. So I would trade again. And I would maybe take a trade that is less probable, a trade that I shouldn't take, just because I felt the urge to take it. Just because I felt like 400, I mean, I make more working a job doing that. What's the point? But the stage was different. The time was different. Now the time has changed. I've gotten the payouts at the lower risk. Now I'm dialing it up. And it means if I'm wrong, I lose a lot. Thousands. When I risked small, I was overtrading and I was forcing setups. But with bigger risk, I've started to become more selective in my trading because I have greater opportunity at my fingertips. I posted on X and I've posted just this past week. I now have $250,000 worth of funding. I have five $50,000 funded accounts. I'm risking $200 per trade on each account, totaling to $1,000 per trade. They all have a $2,000 buffer. That's a 1 to 10 buffer. I'm looking to scale it up and then scale it higher to make even more. So when I win my trades, it's not, oh, I made 200, it's, oh, I made 2,000. That's what happened this Monday. I took my first trade on the funded accounts and I won, and I secured the day in profit with over $2,100, which is insane to think about. But then the next day, I lost a trade, and I lost over $1,000 of that profit. Big, seriously impactful numbers that change everything, that shift your mindset so much. But now, since I'm up on the week, after I lost that trade, I went on to win another, and now I'm up 3R on the week. And whereas 3R used to mean $600, now it means 3,000. And this perspective, this shift, urgency is dying within my decision making because the money I'm making is now impactful. And I've seen this conversation had with really successful traders. You look at some of the best traders in the game and they're not taking every setup all throughout the week. It's a really unique trading style that some of these big guys do. And it's almost an unfair advantage because their risk is so high that winning just one trade on the week would change any of our lives, any of my lives, any of my life. But that's not the case when you're down low and you're risking $200 per trade because it doesn't change your life at all. It doesn't make a difference. $200, $400 is great. It's good, but it's not going to change your life. But when you get into the higher risk, selectivity engages. It's almost advantageous for you as a trader to imagine when you're risking trades that you're risking more than you are, that this money means more than it does. because it forces you to be really selective. It kills the urgency because I won trades on Monday and Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I didn't see what I liked. There was opportunity. I could have placed trades. A lot of them would have lost, but I didn't feel the urge to waste my capital on these poor setups because number one, the stakes are so high, and number two, look how much I can make if I just wait. $3,000 in a week? Are you kidding? $3,000 in a week. That's life changing. That flips the script. That makes a serious impact on my life. And now I'm on this road of, okay, it's been this week. Now we're going to keep going and scaling slowly and slowly over time and work towards a legitimate goal. My goal now is my biggest payout in the past year has been $1,500. I want to go for 10K. It would take about 20 R to get there because I want to build a buffer and get to the right points. And this could all still fail, right? Like I'm risking $1,000. I could lose $1,000 10 times and then all the accounts would be gone. And that would suck. And I'm exposing myself to that risk. But I'm willing to take it because I've learned to grow with the smaller numbers. I feel comfortable. I feel confident. I have the data to back it up. Now I'm ready to move on to these higher numbers of, okay, I have the evidence. I have the proof. Let me just do it again here. With bigger numbers, and with it being bigger numbers, I don't feel like I have to do as much. It's been this crazy shift that I never expected, but I understand now why some of these top guys, these top traders, will take so much time off and they'll just wait because their one trade changes their life. So treat it that way. Treat it like every single trade is going to change your life, and then be more selective in your trading because it will force you to only pick setups which you think are actually going to make you money, not just you're bored and you're not making progress. Because the progress comes when you scale up, for sure. Don't scale up. Prove you can do it, then scale up. Thank you so much for watching.